Hello everyone, welcome to your weekend reading. For this reading, I am using the Archangel Michael deck. I've already pulled 3 cards. And the cards that have come up for us are these. This one actually jumped for us right away. And it's Forgive Yourself. You've done nothing wrong. The next card is Explore Your Options. And this is your life's purpose. I'm not going to read the prayer at the bottom, because that usually distracts me. It doesn't really kind of apply to the message that I got from the card. Okay, so let's start with Forgive Yourself. You've done nothing wrong. I feel like this isn't necessarily about you. For some of you, yes, it may be that you have done something that you feel a sense of guilt, and they're saying you're being way too harsh on yourself. Be more compassionate. But I feel like this is generally about forgiveness. I've lost count of how many readings I have done in the past few weeks where there have been messages for people about forgiving others and kind of grudges and things like that. And the card jumped, so I feel like this is really about, generally about forgiveness. And I feel like this is like karmic relationships that are kind of happening around you. When people hear about karmic relationships, they get excited because they have a very romantic view of karmic relationships. You think this is your twin flame, or it's kind of romantic. You think this person will be significant in my life, and they might, but karmic relationships can be very tricky. They're very difficult. So I feel like this is what's going on with some people around you. Some of them, yes, they may be romance related, like partners. Some of these might be family. They might be co-workers or friends. I feel like you're dealing with a very karmic relationship, and these are the most difficult ones because you have a lot of baggage that you're carrying around that you don't understand, and it's just really hard to get along with people that you have karmic ties to. Yes, you can have it's a very significant relationship sometimes, but it takes a lot of work. So I feel like this is what you're dealing with, but with people that you just you don't understand. Why do they do what they do? Why do they act in this way? You have so much trouble kind of understanding where they're coming from. They're asking you to be a little bit more open because you're dealing, like I said, with a very karmic relationship. Now, explore your options. I feel like this card is telling you that there is another way for you. So you may decide that you don't want to deal with this situation with the forgiveness card. You may decide that I'm going to ignore the person. I'm not going to see the person. I feel like they're saying there is another way. So this might actually be having a heart-to-heart conversation with someone. If you feel like you absolutely could not talk to the person, you could either write to the person, or you can even just kind of write to the person's angel. I think my very first angel book, I don't even remember what it was called. I still have it, but it was the first time I read about writing to someone's guardian angels, and basically kind of telling them what you're concerned about. And you would do this when you can't really communicate with someone else, either because you're not in touch with them anymore, or that person is not open to speaking to you. So I feel like there's another way for you, as opposed to just kind of ignoring the situation or ignoring the person. They're saying there has to be more action, more kind of emotional involvement. This is something that you want to heal. You don't want to ignore a karmic relationship. I also feel like for some of you, this explore your options. I feel like this is about possibly even letting someone back in your life where forgiveness is an issue. You feel like maybe they messed up, they did something wrong, and you may have decided that you're out of there. And they're saying there is another way for you. I feel like this is saying kind of let the person back in and see what they have to say. And I feel like very strongly that this reading is about a very karmic relationships. And I have said in other readings that I'm not a big fan of bringing the past back into your life, but that's just me. And this is about relationships that still need closure, and you still have kind of business with these people that have either kind of left your life, or it's kind of rough waters with this relationship. They're saying kind of let them back in because you're not done. Now, this is your life's purpose. I kind of feel like this is about like something kind of following you along, following you around karmically. So basically what I was saying with the first card. And some people, when they think of life purpose, they think of career, like my life purpose career. They even kind of think of like romance, but you don't sometimes think that your life purpose is to heal a relationship with someone. It could even be someone like a coworker. It doesn't have to be significant, or it could be romantic or family. It could just be like a neighbor or a coworker that, you know, you've never gotten along with them karmically, and so now you have to heal it. Like you both decided on a soul level, this is it. You're gonna heal this relationship, and you're gonna heal it in this incarnation, and this is your life's purpose. So this is why they're saying, like, explore your options. Don't kind of shut someone out that you just kind of decided, like, nope, I don't want to deal with this person anymore. They're out. And they're telling you be more open to exploring things. Because I feel like this is part of your life purpose, at least. I also feel like forgiving will kind of open like other doors for you. I feel like this is about, also about your life purpose. It will free you up to take care of other things regarding your life purpose. This is just like a minor little thing. I feel like this is just kind of healing a tricky relationship. Once you kind of like check it off the list, then you can move on to something more exciting, more positive, like, you know, whether it's your career or your love life or children or happiness. You start checking things off the list, then you move on to the next part of your life purpose. I'm also drawn to the way the angel is kind of holding the globe, but she's looking away. She's not looking at the globe. She's not looking at us. And I feel like this is kind of like being distracted. Kind of being distracted by kind of petty little 3D things like unforgiveness. And I feel like this, whatever it is that you're holding on to, even if you're justified, it's kind of taking away from your energy, but it's also kind of distracting you from other parts of your life purpose. I did say that this is definitely part of your life purpose, that you have to kind of forgive someone and mend a very tricky relationship. And like I said, while you're kind of holding on to your emotions, kind of digging your heels in and say, I'm not going to speak to him or her again. They're out. I've given them plenty of chances. I feel like this is distracting you from what you're holding in your hands. Basically, like the keys to your life purpose. Other, like I said, more exciting things that you have coming up for you. Things that are kind of pending. And some of these are like very positive, but they want you to kind of take care of some type of like very difficult relationship. Think about who you are struggling to get along with right now, and they're saying just kind of avoiding the person is not going to work out. And like I said, this is just going to set you free to kind of like explore like other avenues. It's going to open other doors for you. Once you let go of any unforgiveness, it's like you are set free. You feel lighter, you feel happier. And there are opportunities for you that were not there before. Okay, everyone, this has been your weekend reading. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will speak to you next with the weekly reading.